Hello. So today I would like to make a spread in my journal using these, or using and to commemorate, I guess, getting these Crafty by Toni stamps. I got the labels number 2 and foxing details. And I've been having so much fun with them. I went ahead and I stamped, ignore these ones here, but I stamped a bunch, see that, of the little labels, some on coffee dyed paper, some on white scrap paper. I've got them in black and green and brown, all sorts of colors, so I have those to play with. And I've been enjoying them. So here they are on a project. These are some postcard master boards that I made recently, and I think they just add something special. They're delightful. So I have here my scrap bin to go through. This is my focal point, so we'll keep that to the side. We'll need that in a minute. This is something that I have absolutely been loving. I got a package earlier this week, and it came in this brown cardboard, like, I guess, a replacement to a bubble mailer. But it's got this beautiful texture, like corrugated cardboard, which is just delightful. So I'm gonna grab a piece of that. Let's see. Grab some scraps. Grab a bit of you. Grab a bit of you. We'll grab a bit of paper bag. Guess I don't need too many scraps. I'll grab a couple of these paper strips here. And why not? Got a stamp in there as well. So I have picked out a page in my journal. I am starting to run out of room, but I love when it gets to this phase, when it's nice and chunky and actually fills out the spine. I leave so much room between the signatures so that it can still, I mean, it's gonna gator, but it'll still sit on a shelf pretty well. And I recently added some dangles, which are fun. It's another masterboard piece. All right, so I picked out a page. I also did some stamping. I had some, I guess, made like pattern paper with the labels, so I'd like to use that. And then I have a bit from the mail packaging that I'd like to use. So Let's see. Okay. Then I have this stone here, which I believe is dog toy. Okay. So maybe, I mean, we don't have to do something crazy elaborate here. I kind of want to keep the Parvillon showing. And then, honestly, I love this paper. And I love the way that it's coffee dyed. So maybe I don't need all this stuff. Let's just start gluing stuff down. So this is my little craft pouch. Probably shown this before, I love it, but it's got my glues and stapler. This little pair of scissors usually lives in there. Got a ruler in there. Okay, so let's start by attaching this fella. Just glue it on with glue stick. This is still a little sticky, but because it's ripped off some of the packaging, it's got non-sticky spots too. So let's cover the whole thing with glue stick. See this? So I guess we want you like there-ish. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to take this, I'm going to take, this is what I have on my desk. So I'm going to grab black soot, oxide, and just kind of go over the top. Just take the high points, just so it's got a little more definition to the texture. And then let's go this way and kind of incorporate it into these threads. No, still incorporate it into the threads, having it up here. And then grab my PVA glue. There's something very freeing about working the last couple of pages of a journal, because all my care about bulk and workability for the future of the journal just goes out the window. I'm like, I can make it as bulky as I want. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more glue over here and attach this end of the thread so it kind of incorporates into what we've got going on here. Don't stick to my finger, stick to the page. is this? Okay. Well, good enough. Okay. And then I want to grab a label. I think grabbing a white one would be good. Grab that. Maybe put it on a piece. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just ink the edges though. I cut them pretty close when I cut them out. And this is something that I learned from Crafty by Toni, is to just stamp a bunch and then I watch some YouTube videos and then cut them out. Okay, so we want this side. We'll review like here. Go ahead, glue this down. And then the thing I need to remember to do before I put it in the journal is to write on it, because it's going to be hard because it's on something bulky and not smooth. Okay. And then we want Crafty by Toni, and then let's add a little label. Grab one of, I love the little, it's all made their way to the bottom here. Grab one of these. Do I want to do a couple? That's kind of fun. Maybe we'll do that. Or do we want to do? You know what we should do instead? I'm gonna leave out the tiny one. And then I'm gonna grab these boxing detail stamps. I've been loving this one here. But let's grab one of these bigger ones in ink. Let's see. I'm gonna grab tea-dyed forest moss. The labels themselves I did stamping with archival inks. This ink, I was really excited. I was hoping it was gonna be more this color, but it does end up a little bit darker. Here, I will stamp some. Can stamp some up here maybe. So it is a little darker than I wanted. I was hoping for something closer to like tea-dyed or antique linen, somewhere in that like intensity, so that I could have an archival, you know, one for distressing, but it's a little darker, which was disappointing. So I'm just gonna stamp there. Actually, see how that kind of just fades into the background? I like that. It makes it look like actual boxing. And there's a little bit on here too, you can see. But I want to grab now, where did I put them? Here they are. I want to grab, I think, this one. No, we're going to grab this one here. And then I'm going to ink up with the forest moss, just the tail end of it. And there we go. Add it there. Let me go ahead and we'll just add some there as well. All right. Okay. This is real simple, nothing crazy going on here. To put you here. Do I just cover up everything I just did? Yeah, maybe. Okay, grab my glue stick. Oops, pulled up a chunk of glue stick with it. And then gonna just put July 2026 because that is when I got the stamps. Add this in. I need to refill my glue. Okay. And then maybe we'll add a little bit of paper towel. This is just coffee, or from coffee dyeing. A little bit of paper towel. Yeah. This is the problem with journaling, is I never throw anything out. Which means I just have so much junk laying around all the time. Okay. Have that fill in there. And do I want to add this in? Let's see. I don't know, maybe I don't need focal point. That might just can let the Royal Mail and the Crafty by Toni kind of be our focal image. Let's see. Maybe we should use one. I have some Crafty by Toni, some of her freebies as well. Maybe I should use one of those. Let that one go. Ooh, one of these would probably be good. Yeah, maybe go this way. Connect the two, and then, alright, yeah, so I like that. Put the stamp in here. Do I want to add, maybe we should have a little banner too. Toni loves a banner. She also loves a page tab, but I don't have page tabs. Okay. Close that up, and then I'm gonna ink just a little bit around the edge of this. I should open my ink back up for this guy. I found this banner punch at the thrift store and was elated. Probably be a little smaller, but still quite fun. Let's see, can I lift you up still? Yeah. So we'll put you down there. Can you see where I'm working? Okay. Liquid glue, scoot that under. Alright, and then I want to put you here. I have been watching a lot of Crafty by Toni lately. I found her because Louisa Heinzel mentioned her in a video because of page tabs, and I have just been hooked, and I love when I find a new channel, crafting channel, because then I've got so many videos to go through. Alright, so that's not anything crazy. Maybe we should add some washi, just because if we're doing a Crafty by Toni page, washi would also be good. I don't have any of hers. Maybe we can do, just grab my stack of washi samples from swaps. Do we maybe bring in some green? Yeah, I think that might be nice. So, let's grab a little bit here. little piece down here, no, over here. And then I want to move some things out of the way. I've got the washi dots. I've got them in green. Here's greens and blues. So let's pull one of you off. Around, oops, caught this yarn under there. Okay. I don't know if I love this blue one here. Yeah, we'll put you down here. All right, there we go. I think that's probably good. So, thank you, Crafty by Toni, for making delightful stamps and allowing me this opportunity to have fun and just play a little. Yeah. All right. Y'all take care.